What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 14 Sleeper Picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to give you some of my top DFS Sleeper Picks for NFL Week 14.
Super low priced and low ownership players that could crush value this week and give your lineup an advantage over the field. These are risky plays meant for large tournaments only. Don't go all in on any of these guys. They are high risk, high reward picks. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the draft dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about.
Okay, who do we have at the quarterback position? My NFL Week 14 sleeper pick at the quarterback position is David Blough from the Detroit Lions playing the Minnesota Vikings, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing quarterbacks. David Blough has averaged 18.3 fantasy points per game on the season. He's only played one game this season, that was last game, and he did pretty well. He came out with back-to-back touchdowns. I think he can surprise some people again this week. He's going to be less than 1% owned. This projection is super low, only 12.8 fantasy points here in week 14, but I think he scores more towards 15 to 20 fantasy points. He's $5,200 DraftKings salary and $1,700 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game, and they have the Lions trailing by 12.5. So David Blough could be airing it out all game long. He's got capable wide receivers in Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones Jr. It's a decent matchup, so I like David Blough here versus the Minnesota Vikings.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And then we'll send you $100 PayPal.
So it's that easy,
and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video.
So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, who do we have at the running back position? My Week 14 running back sleeper pick is Snell Jr. from the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Arizona Cardinals, who have the absolute worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Snell Jr. has scored 14 and 11 fantasy points in the last 2 weeks off of 16 and 21 rush attempts, so he's getting plenty of volume. He's only going to be about 1% owned, projected at 11.3 fantasy points here in Week 14. He's $6,100 DraftKings salary and the same price on FanDuel. So I like that FanDuel price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game. They have the Pittsburgh Steelers favored by 2.5. So this is a close game, a competitive game, with the Steelers ahead by about a field goal. And it's a great matchup, so I like Snell Jr. here versus the Arizona Cardinals. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy football videos every day, so if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy football content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. My Week 14 wide receiver sleeper pick is Deebo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers playing the New Orleans Saints, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Deebo Samuel has averaged 12.3 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 14, 13, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 weeks. off of 5.4 pass targets per game on average. He's going to be about 1% owned, on the field for 68% of the snaps, projected at 11.3 fantasy points here in week 14. He's $5,600 DraftKings salary and $400 more on FanDuel. So we know Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game, and they have the 49ers trailing by 2.5. So this is a great matchup. So I like Deebo Samuel here versus the New Orleans Saints.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL, and you can try the tools for NBA. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My week 14 tight end sleeper pick is Austin Hooper. He's coming back from injury from the Atlanta Falcons, playing the Carolina Panthers, who have the 9th worst defense overall. And although they've been pretty good versus opposing tight ends, Austin Hooper has averaged 17.9 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 7.4 pass targets per game, and he's only going to be about 2% owned, on the field for 79% of the snaps. He's projected at 12.3 fantasy points here in week 14. He's $6,000 DraftKings salary and $600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 48 points scored in this game. They have the Falcons favored by 3.5. This is a home game, a high-scoring game, and a good matchup. So I like Austin Hooper here versus the Carolina Panthers.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content.
Okay, my super secret sleeper pick for NFL Week 14 is Kenny Golladay from the Detroit Lions, playing the Minnesota Vikings, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Kenny Golladay has averaged 17.5 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 29 fantasy points last week off of 5 pass targets. He's averaging 7.1 pass targets per game on the season. He's only going to be about 1% owned, on the field for 89% of the snaps. He's projected at 13.6 fantasy points here in week 14. He's $6,700 DraftKings salary and $700 more on FanDuel. So we know Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game. They have the Detroit Lions trailing by 12.5. So I think Kenny Golladay is going to get plenty of pass targets. I think upwards 8 to 10 pass targets in this game. He already had a big game with David Blough, so it's super low ownership with big upside in a great matchup. So I like Kenny Golladay here versus the Minnesota Vikings.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.
Do you want more fantasy football picks? Check out the video linked right in the middle of the screen. If you got any value from this video, please tap that subscribe button before you get out of here and ring that bell notification so you won't miss our daily fantasy football uploads. We're putting out new videos every day, so I don't want you guys to miss any of our free content.